Hey, what's up, ladies? It's the relationship guru, Sydd Ferrell. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies. Now, before I get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And if you are a woman that needs relationship advice, or you want to learn more about how to think like a man, or why men do the things they do, act the way they act, and think the way they think, then I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with me. Link is in the description below, and I can help you out personally, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, brand new on my website, if you want me to coach you every step of the way, step by step, throughout your dating or relationship process and journey, and you want me to become your personal dating coach long term, then I have a special program just for you. Link is in the description below also, and I can help you out personally again, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, go pick up my brand new Girls Night card game. It's officially out. So if you're having a game night with your homegirls and you need something to do, then make sure you go pick up my Girls Night card game. It got a lot of fun questions and scenarios about love and relationships and everything all in between. So make sure you go pick that up. Link is in the description below, okay? And then on this hand, we got my brand new ebook. It's called Oh, He's Toxic, Period. And if you never want to be played, used, or manipulated by a man ever again in your whole life, then make sure you go pick up that ebook right there because it's fire, okay? And again, link is in the description below for that also, okay? And also, if you are a woman and you love quotes, dating quotes, relationship quotes, and things like that, then I have something special just for you. I came up with my top 100, yes, 100 dating love quotes for women, right? So if you want to go get that, it's on my website. And again, as usual, the link is in the description below also, okay? So all that's out the way, and we gonna jump right into this video. And this video is titled, These Are 5 Great Questions That You Need to Ask a Man in the Beginning of the Dating or Talking Stage. Right, ladies? So, these are my top 5 questions that you should ask a man. Because a lot of times you may say, Sydd, I don't know what type of questions to ask this man. I want to get to know this man. I want to learn more about this man and who he is and what he does and what's going on with him and where he came from, where he going, what's going on with him, what's up with him. Like, I want to learn more about who he is as an individual, as a man on the inside. Who is the real him? And you want some clear indicators, or you want some questions to ask this man. Because a lot of times in the beginning, you two don't even know each other, right? You don't really know him. He don't really know you. Both of y'all trying to get to know each other, right? Right? You trying to get to know each other. So you want to know what are some great questions to ask him. Like, how do you keep the conversation going? How do you get the scoop on him? How do you get the tea on him, right? How do you get the information on who he is, right? You want a better look. And a lot of times you might not know what to say. You don't know what type of questions to ask a man. You know, both of y'all sitting on a date and you don't know what to say to him. He don't know what to say to you, you know, stuff like that. And you want the conversation to start rolling, you know. Sometimes when you first meet somebody or you first meet a man, y'all don't have nothing to talk about for real, right? So you want to lead the conversation and kind of, you know, give him things to talk about so he can talk and tell you all his business, tell you his whole life story, tell you who he really is, and give you a clear indication on the type of man that he is, right? Because a lot of times you as a woman, you might not even ask the right questions. There are some specific questions that you should ask a man. A lot of times you don't know what to ask, or you ask the wrong questions, or you ask irrelevant questions that don't benefit you or him. You know, you ask irrelevant questions like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? You know, when is your birthday? You know, all that is fine and dandy, but you got to get into the nitty gritty, right? You want to get down and dirty. You want to get more deep into who he really is, not just the surface level of, you know, what do you like to do for fun? What do you do for work? Or, you know, how old are you? You know, stuff like that. It's a few questions that you need to ask that are a lot deeper than the surface level, questions of, you know, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? You know, we not in high school no more. We not in college no more. We not kids no more. You know, we want to learn more. You as a woman, you want to learn more about a man than just what's his favorite food and what he like to do for fun. That's boring. That's fine and dandy. That's cool. But who is this man and what does he want with you, right? What is this man's purpose in your life? Or what is this man's purpose in life, period, right? You want to figure out what's up with him, okay? So, ladies, without further ado, we're going to jump right into this video, right? And again, I'm going to give you my top 5. Yes, 5 great questions that you need to ask a man in the beginning stages or in the dating stages, you know, from the start. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to number 1. So, number 1. The first question that you need to ask a man in the beginning is, what was your childhood like? So you got to ask this man, what was your childhood like? You know, basically this whole conversation is about his past. How did he grow up? You want to know where this man came from, right? You want to know who you're dealing with, where he came from, what he been through, how did he grow up, and how he grew up will directly correlate with who he is right now today as a man, because your past is a lot of times the reason why your present is the way it is, right? And how you are. So you got to ask some questions about his childhood. Did you grow up in a bad neighborhood? You know, were you a popular kid in school, right? Did a lot of kids like you? Were you popular? You know, did you have to change schools a lot? You know, maybe your parents moved. You know, maybe his parents moved around and stuff, you know, ask him, hey, you know, were you stable at, you know, a specific school district your whole life, or did y'all move around and you had to go from school to school to school? You know, did you have both parents in your life? Did you only have one parent in your life? Were you just raised by your grandparents, or you was raised by another family member because your parents couldn't take care of you or abandoned you or whatever, right? Did you have your father in your life? How was your father in relationship with your mother, right? Or what was their relationship like? How did they discipline you? How did they raise you? You know, what morals and values did you learn from your parents, right? Did you have good parents? Do you have a good relationship with your parents? Do you have a bad relationship with your parents, right? Were your parents there for you? Were they not there for you? Were you there for your parents, or were you don't really care about them, whatever, you know? So what's going on with your childhood? What's up with your neighborhood, your schools, your family? How did you grow up? You know, how was your living conditions? Did you grow up in the hood? You know, you want to know where this man came from. Did he grow up in the suburbs when he had a big house? His parents had a big house and nice cars, and he's just like fed with a silver spoon his whole life, and he's bougie and he's used to nice things and a rich lifestyle? Or did he grow up in the hood, or he grew up in, you know, maybe a little more poverty where he wasn't, you know, financially stable, or his parents weren't financially stable, and he had to fend for himself, or he had to feed himself, he had to raise himself, you know? So you want to know, did he have to raise himself? Did he grow up on love or did he grow up on survival, right? And a lot of times that will tell you everything you need to know about what type of person he is today. Because if he tells you, I don't really have a relationship with my mama, I don't like my mama, me and her always get into it, then his mother is the first example of a woman, you know what I'm saying? And, different relationships are all different. But at the same time, if he has a bad relationship with his mother, then can you really trust him to have a good relationship with you, right? So, or did he have his dad in his life? Did he have his father in his life to teach him how to be a man? Did he have his father in his life to teach him how to, did he have his father in his life to teach him some discipline? Did he have his father in his life to teach him right from wrong, how to operate as a man, how to act, how to think, how to take care of your responsibilities as a man? Did your father take care of the household? Was your father a good man? Did your father take care of your mother and you and all the rest of your siblings and stuff, And then with your siblings, how did you grow up with your siblings? Were you the only child? That's something you need to know, because he might have only child syndrome, right? If he's an only child and he grew up an only child with no other siblings and it was just his parents, maybe he's a little more on the selfish side because he never had to share. If he's an only child growing up, he never had to share nothing. And he was like the center of attention. So that might come up later on where he feels like now he's the center of attention because he never had to share the attention with nobody else, or he never had to share nothing. So he's real secretive, real stingy, real just, selfish, right? He might not think of nobody else but him because he never had to, right? So did he grow up an only child? Is he selfish? Does he have only child syndrome, right? You got to see if this man had only child syndrome, okay? And then you can see, does he have brothers and sisters, right? Was he the youngest? Was he the baby? Maybe if he was the baby, the youngest, maybe if he was the baby or the youngest, he got a lot of attention, or maybe if he was the middle child, maybe he got an older sibling and a younger sibling, and he's in the middle, and he didn't get the attention that he wanted. So maybe, he's more on the, he tries harder to impress a woman, or he tries harder to impress everybody in the world, and he's a people pleaser because he always wanted to stand out and make his parents proud. But his parents never, paid no attention to him because they always paid attention to the younger child, or they paid more attention to the older child because the older child was like their firstborn, right? And then their baby is the baby, right? So that man might be in the middle, and he always wanted to stand out and prove himself and prove his worthiness that, he want to be seen. So he might still carry some of those traits nowadays where he just want to be seen and willing to do anything to get somebody's attention or approval of him, Or was he like the older child? Maybe he's the oldest, right? A lot of times the oldest, he's a leader. He got good, people skills, good communication. A lot of times they got good leadership roles, right? When they are the oldest out of their siblings, a lot of times they become like the secondary parent. When you're the oldest out of all your siblings, you basically become another parent. You basically end up raising the rest of your siblings because the mama might be at work, the daddy might be at work, or the daddy not in the house, or the mama not in the house, whatever. So he got to raise his siblings and raise himself, right? So maybe, he's more selfless, not selfish. He's more selfless, where he's like, hey, I got to take care of, other people, or I got to take care of my siblings. I got to take care of, the household. I got to take care of everything because people are depending on me, and I couldn't depend on my mother, or I couldn't depend on my father. I had to depend on myself, and my siblings had to depend on me, right? So you want to learn about this man's childhood. What is his relationships like with his parents? How did he grow up? Did he have brothers and sisters? Did he not? Where was his place at you know, in the order of the siblings. You know, was he an only child? Does he have only child syndrome? Was he the baby? Was he the middle child? Was he the oldest? You know, you can look these up, and you can really Google only child syndrome and see how men who are only children, how they act. You know, the characteristics of an only child, you know, or the baby, or the middle child, or the oldest. You could Google all of these traits and see what type of man or what type of traits they have based off of how they grew up, right? A lot of men, they did not grow up on love. A lot of people, period, men or women, but especially men, a lot of men did not grow up on love. They grew up on survival. Maybe their daddy was never in the house. He had to be the man of the house. His mama looked at him to basically be the man of the house. He had to do all the work and basically, you know, be, you know, there for his mother and for the rest of the family, you know? So you just want to make sure, like, where did this man come from? Where did he come from? What was his childhood like? How he grew up? Was he in the hood? Did he grow up on survival, or did he grow up on love? As they grow up on survival, they got a fiend for themselves. They don't have nobody to depend on. Or the mama was always gone, daddy was always gone, mama was in the streets, dad was in the streets, you know, so he just had to, you know, take care of himself. So he didn't have time to love and be loved and feel loved and stuff like that. He never felt love. So now he goes out looking for love in all the wrong places. Or when he gets love, he don't know how to receive the love, right? Because his parents never showed him no love. His mama never showed him no love, never hugged him, told him she loved him. His daddy never hugged him, told him that he loved him. You know, the daddy never showed no love to the kids. Daddy never did nothing. So a lot of times you grow up feeling like, wow, you know, my parents don't care about me. You know, my parents, they not there for me, you know, or the daddy left him when he was a baby, or left him later on in life, or, you know, maybe his parents passed away. Maybe some of his parents, maybe when he was younger, you know, or something like that. Maybe his parents passed away at a young age. So now, you know, he had to kind of pick up the pieces and kind of navigate this world the rest of the way on his own, you know, and grieving the love from his parents, you know. So stuff like that happens. You need to know what this man been through. Did he go through some rough times? Was he broke? Was he abused? Was he mistreated? Was he, you know, hurt? And was he neglected? What was his childhood like? And a lot of times when you figure out how a man's childhood was based off of his relationships with his parents, based off of his living conditions, based off of his order of when he was born with all his siblings, was he the younger child? Was he the only child? Was he the middle child? Was he the oldest? Right? All of that will just tell you the basis and the basic foundation of who he really is as a man, right? Because that's where he started. That's where he started, you know? Or did this man have a good childhood? Some men, he might have had a good childhood. He had both parents in the house. Both parents loved him. Both parents gave him affection and love. Daddy said he loved the son. The mama said she loved her son. You know, he get hugs from both of them, kisses from both of them. You know, maybe his parents were real involved in his life. His parents went to all his basketball games. His parents went to all his, you know, football games. His parents went to all his parent-teacher conferences. His parents went to everything. His parents were heavy in his life and, you know, really cared about who he was. You know what I'm saying? His parents were, you know, always there for him when he needed them to be, right? So he might be more stable. If a man have both parents in the household, he might be on the more stable side, right? Where he can think straight. He knows how to love. He knows how to give out love. And he knows how to receive love. And then he grew up seeing both his parents loving each other. A lot of times, a man, he might just have his mama in the house. Or he might just have his daddy in the house without his mama. Or he might have his mama in the house without the daddy. So he never get to see a real relationship with a man and a woman together, cohabitating, loving on each other, and being a family. He never saw that, right? So he don't even know what that is. He might not even know what is that? What is love? What does it look like when two people are in a healthy relationship and affectionate and grow together and love each other and build an empire, right? What does that look like? But if he grew up with both parents, then he knows, okay, I seen my mama and my dad. Okay, I seen my mama and my daddy always kiss each other. They told each other they love each other. They hugged each other. They was there for each other. You know, they always took care of me. They always took care of each other. You know, stuff like that. The dad was a provider. The mama, you know, took care of the home. You know, they had a good partnership, a good marriage, stuff like that. When he grew up and, you know, seeing that over time, now he know how to treat a woman. Because he's seen how his father treated his mother. He know how to treat a woman now. Or he know, you know, how a woman should treat a man. Because he saw what his mama did for his father. And saw how they dynamic worked out. And said, you know what? I want the family unit. I want to marry a woman and raise a kid and raise a family just like my parents did, right? My parents led by example and they did a good job loving me and stuff. So I want to spread the generational love, right? Not the generational curses. We talking about generational love, you know? So all about his childhood. Asked him deep questions about his childhood. Where he came from. Did he grow up rich or poor? Was he rich? Did they have money? Did they not have money? Or was they like in the middle? Maybe they was middle class. Maybe they wasn't rich, but they wasn't necessarily poor neither, you know? So you just gotta just get in tune with his childhood. His childhood will tell you everything you need to know about how he grew up and the type of man he is today, right? And what he been through, you know? Was he abandoned? Was he adopted? You know, some guys that he might have been adopted, you know? Or maybe, you know, he grew up on his own. He had to survive on his own, stuff like that. So you get a good, clear indicator on who this man really is based off of his childhood, right? So that's number one. So number two. The second question that you need to ask a man in the beginning stages of talking and dating is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Right? So now that you know this man's past, you know everything about his past, you know about his mama, his daddy, his cousins, aunties, uncles, how he grew up, his childhood, you know, his living conditions, what school he went to, whatever. You know, he told you about his childhood and how he became who he is today, what led him up to now. Now that he's here, now you want to see his future. You want to see, where does this man view his life now? Now that his childhood was his childhood, and, you know, he learned a lot of lessons now, stuff like that. You know, maybe now he wants to change his life around, or he wants more out of life, or, you know, stuff like that. So you want to ask him, where do you see your life in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you view your life like? You know, and this is how you know that he's a man with a plan. He's not just a man that's day to day. You know, it's a lot of guys, they just think day to day. You know, I think what I'm going to do today, tomorrow, what I'm going to do tomorrow, and then that's it. You know, it's always day to day. Today, I'm going to do this, get this done. Tomorrow, I'm going to get this done, and that's it, you know. But a man with a plan, he thinking months. He thinking years ahead. You know what I'm saying? He thinking years ahead. Like, okay, I got to get this done, this done, this done. I got these goals. You want to make sure that this man got goals. You want to make sure this man got some ambition. You want to make sure this man got some drive. You want to make sure that this man actually wants more out of life. A man should definitely want more out of life than where he is today. It's a lot of guys that they don't want more out of life. They okay with being mediocre. They're okay with being broke. They're okay with being nothing. They're okay with not doing nothing in their life but playing video games and, drinking and chilling and hanging out with their friends and, stuff like that. They don't care nothing about life, period. They don't even value their own life. They don't even have no plans. They don't have no goals. They don't have no future. They just thinking about today. A man that only thinks about today cannot think about tomorrow, cannot think about next week, cannot think about next month, and cannot think about next year and the years to come. You want a man that's already planning out his life. He wants more, and he's actively, right now, he's actively working to make his dreams a reality, right? You don't want no man that, when you ask this man, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? And he tell you, I don't know. Or he tell you, I ain't really thought about it like that. Or he tell you, I'm not really too sure what I want to do. Then obviously he ain't gave no thoughts in what he want out of life. So meaning he don't really care. He just flying by in life, just coasting, just doing whatever. But he don't have a plan, and he gonna take life by the horns and make life what it is, right? You want a man that take charge in life. Say, this is my life. I'm gonna make my life happen, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna be successful, and I'm gonna be, whatever this man wanna do. Maybe this man wanna start a company, right? Maybe he wanna start a business. He say, in the next 5 years, I'm gonna be in a 6-figure business. Or a 7-figure, 8-figure business, right? I'm going to be making a lot of money in my business, and it's going to be very successful, right? Or, he's already in his business, and he say, I want to, progress my business. I want to scale up. Or, I plan on selling this business and getting into something else. Or I plan on doing this later on. I'm going to take this money from this business and I'm going to put it into another business. And I'm going to get this property and I'm going to get that property. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to invest in this and I'm going to put this here. And I want this and stuff like that, right? Or, maybe this man is in school. Maybe he in school. He say in the next 5, 10 years, I'm going to be in my career. I'm going to be, doing my thing. I'm going to have my dream job. I'm going to get to do everything I wanted to do. I've been going to school all this time. I'm working hard right now so that I can reach the level of achievement that I want out of life, Or maybe this man, he working, he climbing the corporate ladder. You say, in the next 5 to 10 years, what you want to do? He say, man, I'm working for this company right now. In the next 5, 10 years, I'm going to own this company. In the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to be the president of this company. I'm going to be the CEO. I'm going to be the director of this company. I'm going to climb the corporate ladder all the way up, right? So this man needs to have goals. He needs to have a plan. A man that does not have a plan don't have nothing in his life. I'm going to say that again. A man without a plan, he ain't got no plan. He ain't nothing. And he don't think that, he don't want more in life. He may not think he can do better. He might not be confident in himself. He don't even think about what he want out of life. You want a man that says, I want my lifestyle to be like this. I want a nice house. I want this type of car. I want to live in this type of neighborhood. I want my kids to go to this type of school district. I want this type of wedding. I want this type of marriage. I want this type of love. I want this type of support. I want this type of finances, right? I want this type of success in my life. But if this man don't want no success, he don't care about success, he don't care about what he want to do, where he want to go in life, he don't have no plans, then how can you expect this man to lead you and lead the household and lead your children if he can't even lead his own life and he don't know where he going? A man without a destination, that just means he just driving, going anywhere, right? If you get in the car and you just driving and you don't have no destination in your GPS or you have no destination in your mind to go to, you just gonna end up just driving around. You don't have you don't have no goal. You just gonna be driving around, wasting gas, driving around all around the city, all around town, but you have no destination. So you just wasting gas and time and energy. So if this man is really a man with a plan, he gonna get in the car and he got a destination of his life. And his life destination is, okay, I'm getting this car, I'm gonna turn here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this happen, I'm gonna make this business move, I'm gonna turn here, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna graduate here, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna make it all my dreams and goals worthwhile, right? Maybe this man is a lawyer, or maybe he's a doctor. He say, I wanna be the best lawyer ever. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be the best doctor ever. I wanna save the world. I wanna do X, Y, Z. You know, he got goals. He got fire in his eyes. You want a man that got fire in his eyes. That's like, I gotta make life happen. I gotta go. I gotta grind. I gotta get it. I gotta go, right? You want a man that has a purpose. That's the magic word. You want a man that's purposeful, that has a purpose in life. If he don't have no purpose in life, what he doing? He just taking up air, taking up space. He just existing, but he's not living. It's a lot of guys, they're existing, they're breathing, they're here, but they're not living. They're not alive. They're not doing what they love. They're not progressing life, you know, and stuff like that. So you want a man with a plan, okay? So ask this man, where do you see your life in the next 5 to 10 years? If he say, I don't know, I'm not sure, I ain't really thought about it, I don't really care, then you already know, nah, this is the type of man that he gonna lead us to nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't even know where he going in life. So he gonna lead me anywhere, you know. But if this man say, you know, I'm doing this right now in my life, I'm working for here, or I got this business right here, I'm doing this right now, and I want to be the greatest, or I want to be the best, or I want to do this, I want to achieve this, I want this award, I want this medal, I want this recognition, I want this achievement, you know. He wants some success out of life, you know, and that's a man with a plan, right? So that's number 2. So number 3 and number 4. Number 3 and number 4 are both together, right? So the 3rd and 4th question that you as a woman need to know about a man and need to ask a man when you first start talking to him or you first start being in the dating stages is, what are your current dating intentions, right? So you want to know what this man want with a woman. What are your dating intentions, sir? Are you dating just casually dating? You just having fun, kicking it, having sex with this girl, kicking it with this girl, going on a date with this girl, getting money from this girl, having sex with this other girl, you know? Are you just playing the field, having fun, seeing what's out there just because, just to pass the time, or just to fulfill your selfish needs? Or are you dating with a purpose? Do you want a wife? Are you dating with a purpose? Do you want a girlfriend one day? Do you want a wife? You know, do you view marriage? How do you view marriage? Another question you ask him, how do you view marriage? What are your intentions on dating? What are your intentions on women? What are your intentions? Are you dating with a purpose, or are you dating for marriage one day with a purpose, right? That right there will tell you everything you need to know. Because this man say, oh, you know, I'm just having fun, I'm just kicking it, I just want to take my time, I'm not trying to rush into nothing, I'm not trying to be settled down with no girl right now. I ain't trying to be settled down right now. I want to have fun. I want to kick it. I ain't trying to be tied down to nobody, right? If he tell you that, then you already know, okay, this guy, he full of it, right? He don't want nothing serious. He just trying to waste my time. He just trying to get my booty, and he trying to leave, right? He wants your kitty cat. He trying to get your booty and your kitty cat, and he want to just dash. You know, he don't want nothing serious. He just want the benefits that come with you. So you already know, if this man say, I'm just having fun doing my thing, and I'm not looking for nothing serious, I'm not looking for commitment, I don't even want to be married, then, or I don't even want a relationship, I don't believe in relationships, whatever, then you know, hey, this is a guy I gotta leave. I can't talk to him. Especially if you're a woman that's dating with a purpose. If you dating with a purpose and you know you want a husband, then obviously this guy is not the right guy. But if you are a woman, let's say you dating with, let's say you dating casually. Let's say you dating having fun. You might be having fun dating around. So it might work out. If this man tell you, I'm just dating, having fun, I don't want nothing serious, you might not want nothing serious in the time of your life right now, neither. So it might work out that way. But if y'all on two separate pages, then that's a problem. If you want marriage and he don't want marriage, that's a problem. If you want a boyfriend and he don't want no girlfriend, that's a problem. If you want him, but he don't want you or no woman at all, that's a problem, right? So you need to make sure that you two are on the same page when it comes to that, right? And then you want to know his intentions, like what does he want? And if he do say, yeah, I want marriage or I want a relationship, I want to be with somebody long term, whatever. Okay, you tell him, what are your views of marriage? How do you think a marriage should go? How do you think a household should be like with a marriage, right? Who do you think should pay the bills in the house? Should it be 50-50 in the household? What do you think? You can really see what type of man he is and how he thinks. Do you believe in 50-50 relationships? Like when you get your future wife one day, do you want to be in a 50-50 relationship, or are you going to take care of everything? What do you believe in, right? He might tell you, when I get my wife one day, yeah, I'm going to pay all the bills, right? You say, okay, that's cool. He might say, nah, I just do 50-50, or nah, I'm not paying for nothing. Then oh, nah, I got to stay away from this man because he trying to make me come out of pocket to support his lifestyle, and he not trying to be a man and really be a provider, right? So nah, I can't do no 50-50 type of guy. Don't do no 50-50 type of guy anyways. By the way, do not do no 50-50 type of relationship anyways. So this man, you want to see what's his thoughts on marriage. Does he want marriage? Does he want a big wedding? Does he care about a big wedding? Does he want a small wedding? Does he want a more intimate wedding? What does he want? You know what I'm saying? And then maybe you can even ask him, about his past relationships too, so you can see what are his intentions or what is his history like. What are the Carfax? You got to get the Carfax on this man. What's the Carfax, right? What's the history? What's the background check on this man, right? What's up with him? What's the previous history of this man in relationships? Was he married before? Maybe this man was married before and it didn't work out. Maybe the woman cheated on him, or maybe he cheated on the woman, or maybe something happened. You need to know these things so you can see what type of man he is in relationships. Maybe he never been married, or maybe, he never had a girlfriend long term. Some guys never had a girlfriend long term. Or some guys, maybe they had a girlfriend and they dogged her out, or they mistreated her, or whatever, stuff like that. And then okay, I can't mess with you because you a dog, you a cheater. If you gonna cheat on all your ex-girlfriends, you just told me you cheated on every last one of your girlfriends in the past, why would I get with you and you gonna cheat on me too, right? So you need to know the previous history. Can this man keep a relationship? And does he have successful relationships? A lot of relationships may or may not end. They end for whatever reason. Maybe y'all grow apart, or maybe, something big happened. Y'all arguing, y'all not compatible. You cross each other, you hurt each other, whatever. But, you get to see what type of relationship he had previously and how he treat other women and what were his intentions with them, And if he dogged out all the women before you, what you think gonna happen to you? If all his relationships ended in him cheating or him lying or anything, or even if it's the opposite, even if all those women were the one that cheated on him and lied to him, what type of man is he? Why are so many women cheating on you, sir? Why is all these women dogging you out, sir? Why are all these women using you and playing you in your face? What type of man are you? You must be a very, very soft man. You gonna let all your exes run all over you. He tell you, oh yeah, my ex cheated on me and I stayed with her. My ex cheated on me and I stayed with her. My ex lied to me and whatever, I stayed with her. What type of man are you? You know, you gonna take all that and you gonna let your woman walk all over you? Oh, so you probably gonna let me walk all over you because you ain't got no backbone as a man, right? So now you get to see, you know, back in his past, what he tolerated and how those relationships ended. And now you can kind of see, you know, what's up with him. Just like a job. When you apply for a new job, right? Keep in mind, you apply for a job, right? When you apply for a job, don't they ask you who was your previous employers? Do they or do they not? When you apply for a job and you filling out a job application, on the side, it will say, what was your previous employers? And how long did you stay there? And what did you do? What type of skills do you have? And what type of background do you have in these types of fields or in your resume, right? How long was your last job? How long was your last job? What did you do at your last job? What was your job title? What did you do? How did it end? Right? You know, so if this man, let's just say you filling out a job application and you put on a job application, oh, I only had, my longest job was 3 months. My longest job was 2 months. You know, you change jobs, you got all these different dates. Changing jobs, and you're not even there for a long time. When they look at your application, when that job or that company look at your application and your resume, they gonna say, why would I hire you if you can't keep no job? Why would I hire you and you just gonna leave this job like you leave every other job you had? Your longest job on this paper was 3 months. So I might not even get that out of you, right? But let's just say on the resume, you know, it say, you know, I was at a job for 10 years, right? I had this job for 5 years. I had just this job for 7 years. This job was 10 years. You know, now I feel more comfortable hiring this person on my company because I know they will stay a while. And I know that if they stayed at that job for so long, they are a very committed person and they're a very loyal person to that job. And they didn't get fired or they didn't, you know, mess up that job and they held the job for a long time. So they were successful with maintaining a job. So if a man is not successful at maintaining women in his past or his girlfriends for, you know, periods of time, you know, if a man tell you my longest relationship was 2 months, then you know you ain't gonna get that much more out of him, right? But if a man tell you my last relationship was 3 years, 5 years, you know, 10 years, you can say, okay, I know you're able to commit. I know you don't have no problem with committing. Because some people change jobs a lot, right? Some people change jobs a lot, and some men change women a lot. So if he always changing out women, you can't trust him to just be with you, right? So you got to see what's his past like. What was his relationships like with his exes, with his ex-girlfriends? What was his relationship like with his baby mama? Maybe he got a baby mama and what's their relationship like? You know, what type of baby mama do he got? What type of, you know, exes, what his exes look like? You know, maybe you can see a picture of his exes and say, oh, that's what you like? Oh, that's what you was into? Oh, that's what you like? Oh, okay. You like them type of girls? Why you like me? You know? So you get to see the type of women that he dealt with in his past and all that. And is he successful with relationships? Has he had relationships? Or does he just change girl to girl, or he don't want nothing serious, or he never had a girlfriend? If a man told you he never had a girlfriend, why would I want you if don't nobody else want you? If you ain't never had a girlfriend, you ain't never had no booty, you ain't never had no kitty cat in 10 years, then why would I be with you? You know, or Or like I just said, you know, if he hasn't had, or like I said, you know, going back, you know, let's say the person on the job application, right? On the job application, they say, oh, I haven't had a job in the last 3, 4, 5 years. I ain't even had a job. Well, why would I hire you if ain't nobody else been hiring you in these last 5 years? Wouldn't nobody hire you? Why would I hire you, right? But if you say, you know, if you say, you know what, I got a job now, or, you know, I just ended a job and now I'm looking for another job, you know, and that job, you know, ended, you know, not too long ago, but not too short of a period, you know, afterwards, right? You don't want it too far, but then you don't want it too close neither, right? You want it kind of in the middle where it's like, okay, you know, I know that your ex not finna come back, but I know that you ain't been, you know, in a drought and ain't nobody want you for years, right? Right? So you got to check this man's intentions. What does he want in a marriage? How does he view marriage? How does he want to discipline the kids? Ask about kids. Does he want kids? How is he going to discipline the kids? How many kids does he want? You know, does he want boys or girls? Why does he want a boy? Why does he want a girl? What's up with that? What does he want out of life? How does he view his life and marriage and the whole household? What does he want? Or is he just playing around playing games, right? So number 5, the fifth and last and final question that you as a woman that you need to ask a man in the beginning stages of talking and or dating a man is, what are your deal breakers and what are your pet peeves, right? What's your deal breakers? What's something that you don't tolerate? What's something that you ain't really feeling? What's something that, you know, what's a reason why you cut off certain women in your life? You know, have you ever stopped talking to a woman? And what was the reason why you stopped talking to her? You know, what did you not like about her? Why did you stop talking to her? You know, what are your deal breakers? What are you not tolerating? What is the number one thing that you are not tolerating with a woman? What's one deal breaker pet peeve that you have with a woman? What will make you cut a woman off? You know, what would a woman have to do to make you cut her off? You know, how would a woman have to be or have to act or have to do to make you be like, oh, no, I don't want to talk to her no more, or I'm not really feeling her, right? What's your pet peeves? What's something that turns you off? What's a turn off? You know, maybe he might say, I don't like super loud girls. Super loud girls turn me off. I like more, you know, chill girls, right? Maybe he say, I don't like girls who lie. I don't like girls who cheat. You know, women that lie and cheat, I don't want nothing to do with them, right? I don't like women that, you know, disrespect me. Or, you know, I don't do, you know, when a woman puts her hands on me. I don't do when a woman cusses me out. I don't like that. I'm a very positive person and I don't like that negativity. Or I don't like drama. I don't like trauma. I don't like none of that. So don't come over here with that drama, you know, baby daddy drama or your ex drama or nothing like that. Should nobody be confronting me? I don't want none of that, you know. I just want to make my money and be happy and love my family, love myself, love God, love the world, right? So this man gonna tell you his pet peeves, what he not tolerating. He gonna tell you the quickest way that, hey, I'm gonna stop talking to you. So now you know the things that, you know. So now you know, okay, these are his deal breakers and these are some things that I won't violate because, you know, I don't want to offend the man. You might not want to offend him, or you might not want to, you know, overstep your boundaries, or, you know, you just don't want to offend him, right? So you want to make sure, like, hey, what are your deal breakers? What's something that you don't want me to do or would not want a woman to do, or something that you would cut a woman off for, or that you just not feeling in a woman, right? And that will tell you, okay, you know, And that will tell you, okay, well, I know what not to do, or I know what will make him, leave me or walk out my life or whatever, and then, if this man got, a backbone, if this man got standards, at least he got some standards, and he say, hey, at least I love myself enough to say I'm not going to tolerate a woman walking all over me, so that's actually a good thing. You want a man that's not a pushover, right? You don't want no pushover man. You want a strong man. You don't want a controlling man, but you want a strong man that's secure within himself, right? And stuff like that. So then also, this man, he will ask you, what are your deal breakers back, right? A lot of times when you ask him your deal breakers, a lot of times when you ask him his deal breakers, he will ask you your deal breakers. So now it's your chance to tell him. You can name off everything. I don't like men that cheat. I don't like men that lie. I don't like men that look at me crazy, talk to me crazy, act crazy. I don't want a man that sag his pants. I don't want a man that's broke. I don't like a man that's cheap. I don't like a man that play games. I don't like a man that won't commit to a woman. I don't like a man that put his hands on women. I don't like men that lie and disrespect and neglect women. I don't like men that ignore women, that's inconsistent, that don't show appreciation, that don't show emotionally availability. I don't date none of those men, right? So now you get to go off and you get to say, I don't like this, 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 I don't like this. And now he know, oh, this woman, she got standards too. I thought I had standards, but she got standards. She got standards. So now I gotta be on my P's and Q's because I definitely don't want to offend her. She named off a whole bunch of stuff. I gotta tiptoe around her because I gotta walk on eggshells with her because I don't know if I'm going to offend her or disrespect her, and she might just leave me because she told me a bunch of her pet peeves, and I need to make sure that I don't violate or I don't cross the line with what she wants and what she believes and what she deserves and what she's willing or not willing to tolerate, right? So you get a chance to ask this man about your own. So you get a chance to tell this man your own deal breakers, and it's also like a trick. It's also like a trick because you asking him his deal breakers just so you can secretly tell your deal breakers to put him on edge so that you make this man afraid and scared to even cross the line with you, so he know how to treat you and how to maneuver with you, right? And how to navigate with dealing with you in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, he gonna have to leave. And then you also get a chance to know what's up with him, and you don't want to offend him either. So it's a win-win situation, right? So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my top 5 questions that you as a woman that you need to ask every man in the beginning stages of talking and dating. And ladies, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification for me, and I'm out of here. So, to the next video.